Hey guys, welcome back because you are right now going to be hearing and watching up hashtag the Blue Mic, where we celebrate independent artists and their music. And today I have a guest with me who perhaps has a song which has been loved by all the Big FM listeners, and it is You Will Never Know. And you will never know actually till the time she gets to meet you with me on this platform. So, who is it all about? Let's welcome her and have her own introduction. So, hi, would you love to introduce yourself, please?
Thank you so much, first of all, for having me, Nisha. My name is Neela. I'm a singer-songwriter. I've been writing music for a very long time. I live both in Toronto, Canada, and also in Lucknow, UP. And yeah, I have a new song coming that came out recently, a few days ago. We shot the music video in the South, and um, I've just been sharing my music with everyone. So that's been a really beautiful journey for me.
And quite an interesting combination altogether, Neela, because one, you have an accent which is going to be telling us about your English songs and writing. And on the other hand, you are from Lucknow, जहाँ की लखनवी नवाबी अजीज सारी चीजें जो है उनकी
Yes.
शुद्धता हिंदी की, that is also a bit of an essence there. So it's a different combination altogether when we get to meet you. So
Yeah, it's true. It's true.
quite.
Um, yeah, thank you so much. It's so important for me to be connected to my culture, my roots, and um, I just feel like I have to incorporate the essence of who I am, and I'm an international artist, I guess. Like I draw inspiration from wherever I am and wherever I go.
That's true. Quite interesting. So, Neela, as we all have been telling you about this, that, the song You Will Never Know is something what listeners have actually been loving to hear it across. So, tell us something about the song and the story behind it. That what made you write this song? How was the video conceptualized? And the journey of a song, basically.
Absolutely. So you'll never know. I was able to take some of my pain and transform it into beautiful art. I know that a lot of people can resonate with it, whether it's domestic violence, whether it's abuse, whether it's really tough experiences people go through, painful experiences, and they're able to transform that. And that's what I wanted to do with this song. I wanted to make people feel like they're not alone when they go through these experiences.
Mm-hmm.
And so the recording process was really beautiful. I was actually, it's a very personal song. And so when I went into the studio, I was working with Akil Henry, he's my producer. And I went in and it was such an emotional song, right? So I was like literally I had all the emotions right there. I went into the booth and literally we only took one take. It was like he was like, that's the take. That's the take we need to take. And it like all the emotions came pouring in. And what we developed the song, and then once it was done, we were like, okay, let's be metaphorical in this. And I was working with my director, Purusha Anoki, and we were talking, we were like, we want to incorporate parts of our culture into our music as well too. And so we decided to travel to South India and Tamil Nadu and really create a story. I think, what's beautiful about my culture is the goddesses, the feminine power, the Shakti power, the divine feminine, the Durga, the Kali, and really drawing the warrior inside of me and fighting those shadows that all of us have. And so you see that in that music video, we use metaphors to really showcase that. And, it's been a really great response.
So, Neela, tell us something like, how have you come down to the world of music? Was it there in the family that it was rooted to you and given to you as a gift? Or was it something like you were been hearing and you wanted to give it a try? So, how were you drawn towards music?
It was both. It was so funny because on one hand, music is so part of our culture. Any wedding you go to, everyone's like, "Beta, gana ga," and like it's just like right. They just throw you in, and you're just like, I'm singing all these Hindi songs, and where it's just celebration. It's a way of connection in our culture, and so music was such a huge part in that way.
That's interesting. So, with that, we would really love to have the first song coming up from you. And
Okay.
that should be basically You Will Never Know, because that's the song which has been highly been heard, and I really want you to sing that for the audiences.
This is You'll Never Know. You came into my home, you came into my heart. I shared all my truths, you showed all your scars. The way that you loved, the way that we laughed, you held me so tight in the cold winter nights. But like a storm, we shatter and be torn. You won't change your ways. The monsters you won't face. You hurt then deny your secrets and lies. Wish I could hurt you, but show you my pain. No harm to your pride, but I'm the bad guy. While you're free to walk, 'cause you'll never know. Oh, you're free to walk.
So that was a beautiful number, in fact, Neela. And that's the reason I believe that people can connect to this song because every emotion what you put out there is rightly relatable out here. So congratulations on that beautiful song of yours. But let's take down a trip again to a memory lane of yours and a girl who was brought up in Lucknow. So when you
Yes.
hear the word Lucknow, you always have kebabs down there. You've got chicken curry work out there. You've got music, the gharanas, the singing. And I meet a girl who says that, hi, I am Neela who comes to Toronto now. So how has this traveling been from Lucknow to Toronto? And how has that journey been beautifully inscribed in you as a singer, as a composer? That you know that some roots of Lucknow has traveled to Toronto and the mixture of Toronto's bring down to Lucknow. How has it all been?
And I think that for myself, like I studied music in Lucknow and then I went back and then I made the music in Toronto. But I think it's really important for me to keep traveling because I think it expands you as an artist.
Mhm.
And I think the more you get to know about the world, the more your mind expands as well too. I think I didn't want to be in my little bubble. I wanted to be able to really explore and get to know life and all the different people that exist in it. And so then I was able to take classical Indian music that I was learning in Lucknow and then take jazz influences in Toronto that I was, being introduced to, and people like Nina Simone and Etta James, but also Lata Mangeshkar, like these were all my influences and my childhood inspirations. And so I love that I can take all these different cultures and then make it my own and bring it together.
Quite interesting. So, Neela, as you said, that it's not much easy to become an artist. It's like you need a lot of things goes behind becoming and known as an artist. So, if I had to ask you, what are the challenges which really come up? When you are an artist or you want to present yourself as an artist to the industry above you and amongst the people. What are the stages of challenges which come across a person, and especially if you're a female person, because your voice has to be there in a certain manner. People assume that you must be looking in a certain manner. There should be a video which should be shot in a certain manner. So, how do you deal with all of them, and what are those challenges?
I would say that as I become more confident and become even more established as an artist, you realize that nobody knows what they're really doing. In some ways, this is a career that you just have to take risks and make it happen. So
Mhm.
it's really important to follow your intuition more than anything. Trust yourself before you trust people and put people on a pedestal. No, give the advice to yourself first. So I think it's that was my struggle in the beginning, is trusting my own voice and my own intuition. Sometimes you become moody and irritated and you're like, oh, like you get frustrated. And it's really important. I know even during release week, I have to remind myself this too, because you lose so much sleep. And so it's really important to take care of yourself so that when problems arise, you're able to do it with calmness and just, shanti.
Okay. So we will not expect Shanti coming from you, but we'll expect another song coming up from you from the audiences now.
Okay. So I'm gonna share Exposed with you. And this
Ooh.
song came out not too long ago, actually. Okay. I wonder what it is about you. You got me feeling so weak. You're so strong. I found a way back to you again. Hope that I won't fall this time. I've been hurt before, broken and bruised from their words. I bled all for you, and here I am standing exposed. You see all my stretch, and you see all my lines, kiss all my scars, yeah. Embrace all of me, temper and heat, even when it's not easy. I'm lying next to you on this lazy Sunday afternoon.
So we're going to be exposing more of Neela right here on hashtag the Blue Mic right now.
You're so good. You're so good. I love it. So good.
So thank you for that. But you have got an opportunity with working with even the Grammy Award winning stars. And I'm sure that must have been a beautiful journey on its own, that because, everyone aspires to hold that trophy or be a part of that. And you have been working with them. So tell us something about that.
Yes, absolutely. Actually, many of the producers I work with, Beat Child was my first producer, Chin and Jetty, Akil Henry, they're all Juno, Grammy winning producers. And more than anything, like when I'm in the studio, I'm a producer. I am watching every move that they're taking and having so that I can learn as much as possible. So, whether that's songwriting or whether that's the samples you bring in or what instruments to bring in, it's just they're my teacher in so many ways. It's really important when you're working with producers, even if they're Grammy winning, to make sure you feel comfortable with them in the studio. You should never feel like you're smaller than them. You should feel like, I'm here and I also matter, and you feel like an equal. That's really important.
So do you really take that pressure on you that, as you said, that a hook is important or a line of a song is very important for people to recollect to the song or to sing a song, like as you say. So do you take that pressure of the 6 second rule or a 10 second rule on you and say that I'm going to be writing up a song or a hook which is there registered in the people's mind? Or are you that carefree person who believes that I know what I'm writing, this is my song, even if it doesn't have a hook or something which is much catchy, and I know this is going to find a perfect audience?
Yeah. I think you have to, like, it's both. I would say it's both. Like, you sometimes, because I write music for not just myself, but I also write music for film and television. I do score. We're working on a feature length film right now and I'm scoring it. So sometimes you're making music that's for a purpose, whether it's for a commercial or, other things. But when it's my own projects, 100%, it's about expressing myself truthfully, first and foremost. And sometimes it helps to have those tools in the back of your head and be like, okay, so this, like, you don't have to rhyme all your sentences, but sometimes you want to because it sounds more rhythmical and it conveys the message that you want to have. So I think it's important to play around with it, and especially in the creative process, it's really important to not judge it so quickly, because then you don't want to write anything. You're like, oh my God, everything is bad. It's just important to just write freely. Then come back. And yes, then you can, if you want to put it out, you can get feedback from your friends or your mentors, and you can edit the song afterwards as well too. And you might be like, okay, in this moment I was feeling this, but now I want to change it up. So I think that there is no rules when it comes to music, but it's nice to have tools so that if you ever want to bring in a hook or a rhyme or think about visuals, it's nice to be able to draw from that.
All right. So now we're going to be drawing your attention towards another song of yours to all the listeners out there. That what is going to be Neela's next song for us?
Okay, so I'm really excited to share this because you guys are really lucky because this song is actually not out yet. And it's called Forgive. It's gonna be a future soon to be released song. If you cannot love me, you're in love with her. Let her love be a lesson for how to love her more. If you must forget me, let the wounds I healed carry through to your children and bring them closer to you. I will forgive. I will forgive. But I don't know if I'll love again. If you want me to let you go, I will set you free. Just tell me that you fought for love, for the world to carry peace. I know in time you'll think of me, for the love we shared was real. Just tell me that you'll say goodbye if I leave before you. I will forgive. I will forgive. But I don't know if I'll love again.
Wow. So we're going to be lucky enough actually going to be hearing of the song the first, in fact, by Neela out here. So that's another amazing number by you, I should say. But Neela, there is a side of you which is also a theater artist. And that's quite an
Yes.
interesting combination that, you have dance, you've got theater, you've got music, you've got classical training, you've got jazz. You are a composer, a singer. What else is left into the Neela's category now? Is she going to be acting into some kind of a feature film?
I am. I am. I'm actually working with Purusha Noki. We're currently writing a full script right now. Um, and yeah, I've always been a filmmaker as well too. I love storytelling. So storytelling has been, writing a song is storytelling and film is another way of storytelling. So I've always loved that. Acting is a huge part of my life as well too. So yes, we're writing the full script. We're working with producers right now and script writers, and yeah, I'm gonna get to act in the film, and that's gonna be happening. It's gonna be released next year, so I'm really excited for that as well. Um, and I love many things. I'm actually in Pushkar, Rajasthan right now, and I'm working on my collection line. So I'm designing clothes, and I love fashion as well too. So that is coming soon. Yeah. So many, many, many projects coming.
So that is going to be something really amazing in a journey in itself, in fact, Neela. So, but moving forward, we see many artists who actually got settled up there in Canada and Toronto, basically, because they want to learn music and the song structurings, how those words are going to be placed up in a proper manner. So, what are the benefits for an independent artist to actually go and settle down in Toronto? Or like, are there some perks of being there?
100%, 100%. I mean, for myself, of course, some of the biggest artists are also in Toronto right now. When you think about internationally, like The Weeknd, Justin Bieber, Shawn Mendes, like they all are. Toronto is becoming definitely a hub for music, absolutely. But I think more than anything, because we live in such a global world and we have all the social media and everything, you don't have to be in a certain city. Like, as long as you're making music and putting it out there on social media or whatever platform you have, it will reach people if you just keep at it and you keep being consistent and making music that people resonate with and want to be a part of and support. So I think Yes, it's beautiful to travel for yourself and gain that experience and meet other artists so that you're inspired and you keep evolving as an artist. But
Mhm.
also, I don't want artists to think that they have to move to a certain place in order to make it, because I think that you can really, as long as you're making good music, I do think that you can make it anywhere.
Yes. But things which matter for us is a song which comes up by Neela for us. So, which is another song which you're going to be bringing it out for us?
Okay, so this is my last song that I'm sharing, and it's called Release, because I think that I wrote this song actually during quarantine, and everyone was feeling alone, and there's so many things going on. Everyone was going through hard times. I lost my Nana G during that time, and a few of my uncles. I lost so many family members. And I was going through a really hard time. I felt very alone, so I wanted to make a song where just hope, there is more hope. Call me selfish, call me a loner, but can't you see I'm busy loving me? Talk me down, misunderstood, take your hate, 'cause I love me. I tune out the world and tune inside my soul. When's in my loneliness become my freedom? When's in my loneliness become my freedom? Breathe. Such a sigh of release. Thank
So,
you.
something very beautiful that you're going to be releasing it out. And in fact, you've released all the emotions out here, Neela. So, that's amazing. In fact, I must say that. So, with that, Neela, thank you so much because we really had a super fun interviewing you and knowing your
Thank
beautiful
you.
musical journey. And
You're
we
so
really hope.
inspiring. Thank you so much. Your questions were hard, to the point, but I loved it. I loved your energy. It was so beautiful.
Thank you. Thank you so much.